All right, here's a little video I wanted to put together about the Canon C70 autofocus, specifically the face tracking autofocus, but it applies to any of the autofocus capabilities of the camera. I'm shooting this with the Canon EF 24-70 f2.8 and the 𝙎𝙐𝙏𝙄𝙎 adapter with a couple of stand-ins, a doll and a face on a iPad. But the principles remain the same and the camera has no problem picking up the faces. Now, I've got on the base layer here, I have the log, 𝙍𝙐𝙬𝙗 coming out of the camera. Then I have an adjustment layer applying my 𝙍𝙬𝙗 to 𝙁𝙁𝙁𝙈. And then on the top, I have HDMI capture from the camera so you can see what's going on. So I metered this scene at f8. But because I wanted to show shallow depth of field, I then put on 2 stops of ND. You can see that here, and dropped it down to f6. So it's a little, it's maybe 1 stop overexposed because I have, you can even see on the mount here, you see you have f8, f6, f4. So I also brought up the waveform, as you can see here. So the little doll is up here in the middle gray between 40 and 50. The face over here is in the same spot. You see it there on the waveform. And so the focus works great. Use the joystick to go between the 2 faces, the lady's face and the doll's face that the camera connects. And you see it snaps between the 2 depending on what my autofocus speed is. Doesn't have any problem finding them, doesn't have any problem focusing on them. Even when I put the light meter in there, it still knows that the face is there and grabs it. The problem happens when I go from f4 all the way up to f10. I'll play this now. It still knows where the face is, but because the exposure is so low, I mean, this is the LUT applied, it can't grab it. It can't find where to focus. So you see here on the waveform where now between under 30, we're all the way, her dress is brighter, but her face is probably here on the 20 line. And the same with the waveform here. You can see it's between 20 and 30, but that's mainly this white on the outside. Her actual face is under the 30 line, probably around 20. And as a result, it just keeps swimming. It comes in, it comes out, it can't find it, it goes all the way out, it comes in. The reason I think this happens is that when you're monitoring log, it still looks pretty bright because log has that washed out look, and it's like you feel as though the camera is exposed, but because you're exposing by eye with the log, but it still can't do anything. But in reality, I'll turn the LUT on, you're dealing with that, which is a very dark image, and the camera can see the face. Look, the camera knows where the face is, it just can't grab contrast on it. So by dropping this back down to 5.6, suddenly it can track it, it can snap between them, it doesn't have any issue. If you're interested in this camera and what it's capable of, I have the C70 Masterclass. It's on CanonMasterclass.com. It's almost 3 hours of detailed information about focus, exposure, post-production, rigging the camera, and everything you could want to know about this camera to get the most potential out of it. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you next time.